Okay, this is a new trailer that came out. Well, I'm not sure exactly how new it really is. I don't remember if this is something that was released a few days or a couple weeks ago, or if this is something from today. I don't know. I don't know. I lose track of time. It's for a movie called Cutthroat City, and it's got Ethan Hawke and Wesley Snipes in it. I've seen that it's called an action movie, but I don't know what the premise is at all. And this makes me curious. The title, the genre, and the people involved make me interested to at least check out the trailer. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Oh, I should have skipped past this part.
Hurricane Katrina may extend from southeast Louisiana all the way into Kentucky and southern.
Of course it's tough. You black from the lower ninth.
I ain't no puppet, I'm destined to do.
What's new?
You locked down. I don't know how you do it.
I think it's love, man.
You got a wife and a son now. You won't have to deal with it.
This type of assistance, the Ninth Ward isn't covered.
New Orleans, nothing short of apocalyptic.
First they flood us, then they pushing us out. This happened just how they wanted.
Why don't we talk to your cousin?
That dude a gangster and he make me nervous.
And what the hell are we?
We ain't no gangster.
It's my only option. It's one and done for us, all right?
We ain't that different. I'm in it for the money.
A perfectly good tax-paying casino was hit.
What happened?
Get in the car!
You ain't got my money, you got to walk the plank.
We gotta figure something out fast. You got trouble, boy?
Can I get a witness? Witness?
You don't recognize what you up against.
Figure out what is going on.
Can I get a witness?
I just want to do something.
We got trouble.
Oh, can I get a witness?
I think they in trouble.
There's a war going on you don't know about.
Oh, my soul's ambition.
Definitely got talent. But the lower ninth was
Mine.
Oh, him.
Long before it was yours.
Oh, boy.
Katrina's always been with us. Just had a bunch of different names.
Ooh, so many names, y'all. Okay, let me go back and look at that list of names. I recognized almost everybody. The guy who it looks like is playing the MC, the main character, his face is familiar to me, but I don't know what I've seen him in. Obviously, Wesley Snipes, recognize him, and of course, what's his face? Oh my gosh, Ethan Hawke. It's right there in the title. A lot. However you say her name, Gonzalez. I recognize her from, and of course, Terrence Howard. I recognize the Gonzalez girl from. The very first thing I saw her in was the TV adaptation of From Dusk Till Dawn. She played the character that Salma Hayek had played in the movie. And she seems to be coming on up. And I mean, she's in so many different films now. So I have mixed feelings about this. The cast looks interesting, but the theme of it, the storyline, does not really appeal to me. I've never been one that has gravitated toward stories where people get involved in these really bad things, and it's like because I'm sitting here, I'm watching the trailer, and I'm like, man, you did not have to do that. You really didn't. And of course there would be no story if it weren't for whatever it is he's going to get involved in that gets him into a whole heap of trouble. And I get this feeling that especially the scene at the end of this trailer where it shows him, looks like, unless they're just playing tricks with us based on, how they edit things, which they do that sometimes. But it looked to me like he's coming out and there's a whole heap of officers there, and, kind of leads me to think that the main character is going to end up getting killed, which I don't know. You know, I mean, I get the feeling that the main character here, he's not a bad guy, but he gets involved in bad things. And that just makes me really frustrated with characters when they do that sort of thing. Of course, like I said already, that's the whole point of the story, but that's not necessarily stories that I like to watch when good people get themselves all wrapped up in very bad stuff. And it's like the whole time it's going on, you see all these bad decisions that they make, and you're like, you didn't have to do that. And I just get personally frustrated with them. But, you know, and then especially if they end up dying and they can't even end up redeeming themselves or setting things right or saving themselves or saving their family, or, you know, I feel like his family's going to get caught up in all this mess. And I get the feeling Wesley Snipes is like his mentor, is going to help him maybe learn how to fight back. That was the impression I got when it was showing the scene where he shows up at his place. But I don't know, I could be misreading the story. If I end up watching this, it will be because I have read the movie spoiler about it and have found out that it ends up okay for the main character. I mean, unless he ends up being just a completely horrible person, in which case, you know, maybe it's like, well, maybe, you know, I don't like him, but if he's a good guy, I still kind of pull for him and want him to be okay. But at the same time, it's just frustrating to see, like, stories like this just don't really appeal to me too much. But another thing I noticed about the trailer is it really, honestly, it felt like it was too long, you guys. I just felt like they kind of went a little bit too much into a lot of the stuff that they showed, and they set it all up. They showed, okay, Hurricane Katrina and things are really bad, and this guy, and then he gets involved with bad people, and then all this stuff happens, and then there's another big bad guy he's going to get in trouble with, and then the cops are going, and it feels like it's just a bit too much. It's not the worst I've ever seen as far as that goes, but I was certainly starting to feel it. So, you know, I kind of, that's sort of a gripe I have with the trailer, and any issue that I have as far as the story, that's just a personal preference thing of mine. I just don't generally gravitate toward crime. I like crime stories, but when it's the good guys, when it's a focus on the good guys trying to solve a mystery or, you know, a crime or something like that, not necessarily from the perspective of the bad guys. Sometimes they work okay, and a lot of times I just can't necessarily connect with the characters just because of the actions that they're involved in. But a lot of it really depends on the story. So maybe I'll read a summary about this and find out what happens, and then possibly decide to check it out. And if I do that, and if I like it enough or it's impactful enough to me, then maybe I'll do a review on it. So, okay, guys, that's it for this one. Later.